afternoon. I'm Colleen and this is Janessa.
Hi.
We're here to do a very simple paper craft with you. We are going to make paper people. Here's a couple of examples that I have here. Just really simple, really goofy, fun, easy project today. So these are actually two of my favorite. You can get some pretty animated gestures with just some really simple shapes. So what we'll start with, we'll go over some materials needed. As you can see, just a big piece of paper would work. Because we're all at home, maybe limited for some supplies, you can always use a piece of scrap cardboard or any kind of larger piece that you want to use. You can use notebook paper and some other paper varieties that we have. The brown package paper that you might have in some of the boxes of groceries and essentials that you might be receiving at home. So this is something that you can use. You can use old newspapers, you can use junk mail. If you have some old books that are going to be thrown out or donated, that's also an option. Make sure you're not cutting up any library books. And also magazine pages and other things that you can use. Get creative and you can pull out all kinds of different types of paper that you can use for this project. So what we're going to start with is a really simple stick figure form. So you can just do your basic stick figure with the head, the body, arms, and legs. Another option you can do is go ahead and build the shapes for your body. And you can do kind of a pear shape as a body with a head. You're just giving yourself some lines and images to follow along with. So see, you can even do a goofy shape like that. So we're going to be covering up your image with various other papers. So I'm going to leave this one actually kind of like that shape. It's kind of a goofy one. So some other materials you'll need are scissors and glue. You can either use liquid glue or glue stick would work. If you don't have glue, you can also just use tape. So what we'll start with, I've got some magazine pictures that I already cut up into strips. And you can use a variety of colors. I'm going to pull some of these kind of pink flowery images. And let's start with making some of the arms and legs, the limbs. So you can have it be thick armed or thin armed. I'm going to cut this strip in half and start with, I guess it's about 1/4 of an inch wide of a strip. And I'm gonna measure, these arms that I drew are a little short, so I'm gonna make them a little longer, but I think I'm gonna have him bend his arm at the elbow. So you'll just start by just eyeballing the length of your arms. And put that there, and put it there, and put another length. And you don't need very much glue. I find with paper, sometimes less glue is better because it doesn't slip around quite as much and it doesn't take quite as long to dry. And you have a bunch of goopy glue, sometimes it's a long time waiting for it to be ready to be all dry. So other days I've used a paintbrush. Today I'm just going to use my finger. Just spread the glue around. And just lay it down. And start thinking about the body of your paper person. I think for this one I'm going to use a book page. So this pear shape for the body is kind of just a rough shape. So I'm just going to replicate it here on the book page. It's not exactly my shape that I created at first, but it's okay. So I just created kind of a pear shape. And this project is a nice one because it doesn't have to look a certain way. You can just let yourself have a little freedom. It doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to be any particular way. Be kind to yourself. Let yourself just be creative. Yeah, kind of cool design with the line behind it. Cool.
Yeah, I like that.
So, Janessa, do you want a paintbrush for the glue, or are you?
No,
good with
I'm
your
fine with
finger?
fingers.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna give my guy a different head too. Brown paper, I think. I'm gonna use some little, I guess lichen, picture some lichen for the hands. And again, for the hands, I'm just gonna keep it a really simple circle shape. I'm not gonna do anything fancy, but if you want to do fingers, go for it. I'm gonna just kind of show you what I have going so far. Pretty goofy, but it's so fun. Just easy, easy, easy. All right, I'm gonna take it up one more step and I'm gonna add some hair. So let's see, I'm going to grab, again, I like this pink color, but you can do a different style paper if you want. I'm gonna cut a real thin strip. And then I'm going to use a pencil, or I'm sorry, a marker, or a pen. You could use a pencil or a pen, whatever you want to use. And I'm gonna just use that to start rolling paper. And then I'm gonna make it a little tighter. And so I've got a little curl there. I'm gonna tear it off. I'm just gonna glue that end down. Nice. Janessa added some eyes. You want to show them what you got so far?
No.
Awesome. Awesome. Who says art has to look good?
Yeah, exactly.
Who says crafting has to be perfect? Sometimes you just gotta get your hands dirty with some glue and ink and just enjoy the process.
Yep.
In fact, I would love to see some of your guys' crafts. If you're making any crafts with us, if you want, you can post a picture of your craft, and we'd love to see what you created too, especially with your paper people. So, got a curly topped little figure there. All right. How's yours coming along?
Pretty good.
Nice. Ooh, and a nice little tie or some kind of extra addition. Cool. So that is today's Crafternoon. Enjoy cutting up some paper and making some super simple paper people. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.